Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tin Man Score channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey, for Tin Man Tan. Today, I thought I'd do a little intro because I want to react to the evolution of Spider-Man animated on the Taylor Animated's YouTube channel. I did not have no Spider-Man shirt, so I thought I'd pick out my Captain America shirt since him and Captain America got similar colors, white for Spider-Man's eyes and then red and blue for his suit. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get this reaction on the road in the bag, shall we? Okay, here we go.
One part radioactive spider bite and one part departed Uncle Ben is the perfect recipe for any Spider-Man. But just how much has he changed throughout his live-action films? Climb on and let's untangle this together. Peter Parker first appears in 1977's TV series The Amazing Spider-Man and its film trilogy counterpart. He dons an ill-fitting red and blue suit with circular mirrored eye holes and an emblem that resembles an ant.
You know, I ain't gonna lie, this suit almost looks like something a luchador would wear in wrestling. But it's still a cool, classic concept for a Spider-Man suit. And I did see the pilot episode for this series on YouTube. You could probably still look it up right now and watch it. But this series did not last long like the Incredible Hulk series did with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. Oh, and speaking of that, Bill Bixby wanted to get this Spider-Man to cross over with their Hulk show, but it never happened. I said, dang, that would have been a cool episode to see. But anyway, let's continue, shall we?
He also wears a metal belt and bracelet, which shoots his webbing. While the series ran in the States, the Japanese film and TV series had its own web slinger. This time, a motorcyclist named Takia Yamashiro. After encountering an alien from the planet Spider, he receives a bracelet that injects him with his spider powers, along with spider weaknesses. It also holds his suit, which is similar to the American version, but with thinner, bright, wide eyes. The bracelet shoots out a rope and net instead of webs, and can summon a flying spider car, as well as a spacecraft that can turn into a giant flying robot.
I have not seen this series, but it seems like they were trying to make Spider-Man merge with Gundam or the Power Ranger Megazord. I mean, that's what I'm getting off of here.
Flash forward back to America in 2002. A nerdy Peter Parker appears in Spider-Man, and in this trilogy only, he produces organic shooting webs. He first wears a bulky sweater and back lava to
That's a cool first suit, I should say. He didn't have time to make the actual Spider-Man suit that he wears later in the film, so he had to come up with this real quick to be in the wrestling ring with that bone saw wrestler. But it's cool as his like origin suit.
And eventually upgrades to a form-fitting suit with raised gray webbing and triangle-shaped eyes. Even though this spider suit would become damaged, it would return in Spider-Man 2, this time with a slightly larger and differently shaped spider emblem. The suit takes yet another beating, but would reappear again in Spider-Man 3.
I didn't notice those minor details, but I was always a fan of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit because he's got like triangle-looking eyes instead of the classic oval designs that you might see in Spider-Man comic books or cartoons. But then the raised spider on this suit looks way better than the first one, in my opinion.
This time enhanced by a black symbiote from space. It darkens the suit, modifies the emblem, and makes Spider-Man a bit irritable.
Now that suit is cool as well. I just don't like the Venom symbiote making him more evil, because then Eddie Brock makes him look like a bank robber, which that ain't right.
Eventually, he tires of the symbiote and takes it off, but it quickly finds another host. While there was more sequels planned for the series, instead it was rebooted in 2012 with The Amazing Spider-Man. This time, Peter Parker is taller and more lean. He wears a red mask, sunglasses,
Spider vigilante suit that Andrew Garfield put together, which is regular clothes and a mask and sunglasses. Does look cool as well before he puts the suit together. But he almost looks like a thug, part of a gang.
Fight blonde criminals, then upgrades to a thick and predominantly blue textured suit with a longer emblem and smaller yellow lenses.
I ain't gonna lie, that ain't a bad looking suit, but I thought it was just kind of weird how the red part would just be more tapered in towards the midsection, and how the eyes are made out of his old pair of sunglasses were awesome, but kind of make him look more like an alien or something in my book. But again, this is just an evolutionary process before he made the one for Amazing Spider-Man 2, which he's about to talk about right now.
In the sequel, the suit drops the texture, adds more red, and the eyes are brighter and more enlarged. Despite setting the scene for the story to continue, the series would be scrapped in favor of putting Spider-Man.
That one's way better, in my opinion. Looks more like the traditional Spider-Man, but I don't get why in the world the costume designers made the legs of the spider go way down to here. It still looks cool, but it's just too stretched out for me. I kind of like how Tobey's and Tom Holland's Spider-Man logos looked.
Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Initially appearing as a small child in Iron Man 2, Spider-Man's official reappearance many years later depicts a younger Peter Parker gifted an AI-advanced suit by Tony Stark. This advanced suit has animated eyes, a retractable wingsuit, a hidden parachute.
Those are some cool gadgets that Tony put inside Peter Parker's suit in Civil War and Homecoming. And he even has a drone that pops off his chest. Amazing. But I wouldn't have thought that that little boy in Iron Man 2 wearing the Iron Man helmet at the Stark Expo was Peter Parker. I would have just thought it was just a random kid trying to look fearless against one of them hammer drones. But I'm just glad Tony saved him, because if he didn't, we wouldn't have Spider-Man in this universe.
Flying drone emblem, and special webbing abilities. When it's taken back by Tony Stark, Parker instead wears a sleeveless hoodie and goggles to face off against.
Now that's what I like to call a cool prototype Spider-Man suit. Tobey had a red ski mask and red shirt with a spider emblem with webs on it, blue sweatpants with red stripes on the sides, and red sneakers and red and white work gloves. Seemed easy enough to put together, but then Andrew had the more vigilante approach with the red mask, sunglasses, a beanie over the head, and black street clothes. And then now Tom actually did a little bit more DIY work on his suit, which is kind of cool, but I'm sad he did not add any webbing like on the boots, hoodie, or mask. But hey, it looks cool without it.
Vulture. In Avengers Infinity War, Spider-Man upgrades to the self-assembling red, gold, and blue iron spider armor.
Man, I saw that suit in Spider-Man Homecoming, and I was like, oh man, is Peter going to finally step up and be an Avenger? But then when he turned Tony Stark down on that offer, I was like, what, really? This is what you dreamed of? But then I realized that he felt like he wasn't ready to be a huge superhero like Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America, and the others. But I'm glad that in Avengers Infinity War, he got it to help Tony fight Thanos in space. But that is cool. I'm just shocked that we're never going to get the Iron Spider suit like Tony made for him in the cartoons, where it was mostly red on the body, but it had gold spider accents and gold eyes. But this is cool still, too.
Its enhanced durability helps Parker breathe in space and has 4 extra spider legs, all of which will surely help him battle Thanos. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Hey, true believers, thanks for subscribing, commenting, and liking.
I'm glad he put a little Stan Lee cameo right here. R.I.P. to the father of Spider-Man. Okay, I know Taylor Animated is going to have to make an updated video at some point. Tom has already made a new suit for his Avengers Doomsday Secret Wars appearance, but also Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is his Spider-Man 4 movie. That's going to be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more Taylor Animated content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey the Tin Man Taylor, and I say that's a wrap, and that's it, y'all. Have a good weekend.